Hello and welcome to Shannon Gardens. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So today I wanted to talk about a plant that a lot of us have in our homes to decorate with during the holidays, and that is the poinsettia. So I wanted to share some tips and some care information that I've come across in helping to get your poinsettia to last through the season. So let's get to it. Poinsettias are perennial shrubs native to Mexico and are hardy in USDA zones 9 through 11. They can vary in size anywhere from 3 to 10 feet tall and 3 to 7 feet wide. Poinsettias have bracts, which are modified colored leaves that come in a variety of colors. The bracts are often mistaken for the flowers themselves, which I have mistakenly thought as well. However, the flower is actually the yellow bloom at the center of the bracts. Poinsettias are said to do best in bright indirect light and prefer temperatures of 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, which will help to provide continued blooming throughout the season. It's recommended to keep poinsettias away from heating vents indoors, as cold drafts can cause leaf drop and excess heat can dry them out. One other item that I noticed was repeatedly recommended is to be careful not to let the leaves of the poinsettia touch a window, as even the cold from the window touching the leaves could affect the health of the plant. With regard to watering the poinsettia, it's recommended to check and water when the top 1 inch of the soil is dry. Now, from what I've read, that equates to approximately once per week, but you'll want to double check that top inch of soil before doing so. This is a plant that wants well-draining soil and does not want to sit in water, so make sure when you are watering to let it drain thoroughly before placing it back in that foil that so many of the poinsettia plants come in. The watering can be a bit touchy, so you'll want to make sure not to overwater, but also make sure not to underwater as well. The poinsettia is a tropical plant and does like a bit of humidity, which is something to bear in mind if your home is on the drier side, which a lot of our homes tend to be on the drier side during the winter months. You could possibly use a small humidifier if you would like, or place a small tray with pebbles and water nearby to help with the humidity if that's something you are concerned with. So these are the poinsettias that I chose this year, which is the traditional red coloration. And there are a few things that I kept in mind when choosing the poinsettias at the store. I checked to make sure that there weren't any wilted or yellowing leaves and that the plant itself was not leggy. I also checked to make sure that the blooms in the center of the bracts were still intact and hadn't fallen off, as well as just checking the overall health of the plant and making sure that it wasn't completely dried out and already in stress before bringing it home. And when watering these plants, I just wanted to show you guys, I pull it out of the foil, water at the top of the soil, and make sure that completely drains out before placing it back into the foil that it came in. Now, one thing that I did want to mention is that there's a lot of information out there about caring for your poinsettia year round and trying to get them to rebloom the next year. But upon looking at it, for me, I just found that it seemed to be pretty time intensive, and the poinsettias, from what I had read and heard about, tend to be kind of fussy. So for me personally, it's not something that I'm going to choose to endeavor in, but if you are interested in it, there is a lot of information. And if you have tried it, I would love to hear from you and hear your experience about it. So please make sure to leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really enjoyed talking about the poinsettias, and they're such a beautiful addition during the holidays. So thank you so much again. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, happy gardening and goodbye.